This acrophobic girl merely touched the rusty ladder and nearly lost her life at an altitude of over 3,000 meters. Staring down into the bottomless abyss below her feet, her legs began to tremble uncontrollably. Her best friend above mocked her for being a coward. Those words completely ignited her fury. She bet her dignity on climbing this abandoned radio tower, unaware that the rusted bolts were sounding a death knell. After 2 nerve-wracking hours of climbing, the two finally reached the mill platform, but the real challenge had only just begun. The final stretch of ladder leading to the tower top didn't even have a single safety railing. At her best friend's urging, Amy shakily grasped the ladder. Each inch of ascent felt like a deadly gamble. Her best friend even played a prank by shaking the ladder, frightening Amy into quickly scolding her not to joke around like that. Little did they know that very act would spell their doom. The final segment that should have taken mere minutes to climb ended up taking the exhausted Amy a grueling half hour. When Amy was utterly spent, her best friend tried to pull her up, resulting in the ladder suddenly swaying. Luckily, she grabbed the safety rope in time to stabilize herself. With her best friend's help, she finally reached the tower peak. The entire city sprawled out beneath their feet. The terror from moments ago instantly evaporated, but they quickly discovered ascending is easy, descending is harder than scaling the heavens. Just as Amy was gingerly climbing down, her best friend tightly gripped her from above, but Amy had barely descended a few steps when an accident occurred. Fortunately, her best friend swiftly grabbed the tower top, desperately holding on to the plummeting Amy. The two struggled on the brink of life and death. Her best friend's feet slipped several times. Amy clung to the lifeline and scrambled upwards with all her might, finally reaching the last rung of the ladder, snatching her life back from the jaws of death. Yet new crises followed one after another. The ladder for the descent had already fallen. Amy hurriedly whipped out her phone to call for rescue, but where would there be signal at this altitude? Her quick-witted best friend tied the phone to the safety rope, composed a distress message, and lowered it down. Unfortunately, even at the very bottom, there was no signal. Unwilling to give up, her best friend took the risk of climbing down the only remaining ladder, dangling single-handedly while lowering the rope until her strength was fully depleted, but to no avail. Just as despair set in, Amy thought of a crazy idea, putting the phone inside a sneaker, stuffing it full of cushioning material, hurling it groundward like an SOS message in a bottle. This shoe, carrying their hopes, traced out a parabola, plummeting towards the ground 1,000 meters below. Whether they could be saved all depended on the fate of this single shoe.